cows tend to disappear when there's crop circles and there's a vehicle in the air that's invisible that's going the speed of light. Also, it's not advised to tip over cows even at nighttime. Welcome back to 30 days. It's been since I've been unemployed. So far, and at this point, I've been lied to. You guys have been lied to for a long time, maybe. Not that I'm lying to you, but I'm saying that the employers are lying to us. So we've been lied to a long time, and we gotta accept the fact that it's gonna be much worse before it gets much better. Like, I was hanging out with a lot of friends yesterday, and I had a blast. I didn't drink or nothing like that, or smoke weed or drink, but I was chilling in Phoenixville with like 50 friends, and I was chilling with like a different groups of friends. But I actually put on a tattoo. I wish I could show you guys. This is a you can actually put on a tattoo from you can buy from Amazon and put it on, and then you could take it off. So it's like a removable water tattoo. So that's the fun part about that. But when I was hanging out with the rest of my friends, we were talking about a lot of stuff. We're talking about majority of college. Like, these two girls were going to college, and they were saying how one of them's a biologist, and one of them has no idea really what they're trying to do after college. So the biologist was basically researching fish and animals and stuff like that. So there's been, I just got some notifications of stuff I sold, but there's been a lot of talk about college and whether college is the answer for you or the answer or it's not. Because college can be like a double-edged sword. And it ties into not having a job. So what ties into not having a job is going to college. So if we go to college and we spend tens of $1,000s on debt, then how the fuck are we going to pay all that off? How are you going to pay all this debt? And, when the average job seeker is applying for jobs out there, they're looking for similarities, or they're looking for jobs that they're actually like. I don't know anybody that really likes their job. Maybe some people like their jobs, but a lot of people hate their jobs. A lot of people think their jobs are shit, or they're just there for the money. And I think that's the wrong thing to think about. And I think we have to go through a lot of jobs. We have to lose a lot of jobs to get to where we're trying to go. Because it's not like the 1900s where the boomers were saying, like, oh, it's easy to get a job. It's easy to get a full-time manufacturing job and really like your job. But at the end of the day, there's no manufacturing jobs. I never seen a job listing of a manufacturing job anywhere near here. Maybe warehouses, but who wants to work in the warehouse? Because you're going to end up breaking your back or something. You're going to be tripping over a ladder or crashing into something and accidentally injuring yourself or getting yourself killed, figuratively, of running a forklift into a thing and it tumbles on you, and next thing you know, you're fucking dead. Figuratively. So, that being said, I actually believe that there's a lot of things that are in our way, that are out of our control, that can be a lot easier to get through. So, our paycheck being too low, that's an issue for me. So if we constantly think that we're in poverty because our paycheck is too low because the government takes so many taxes out, even though I'm applying for jobs and I'm getting a lot of responses so far, but not a lot of them are trying to helping me really get to where the fuck I'm going. And where I'm going is to have a savings account and some money, hopefully. Hopefully I have something in this life. Something is better than nothing, but maybe I should have went to college, or maybe I shouldn't. Because when you apply for hundreds of jobs or thousands of jobs, it really mentally and physically gets draining. Like I'm physically, mentally fucking drained from these employers and job seekers and interviewers and human resource people. Why do the human resource people all have beef? They all have something to say. Like they're like, oh no, we can't hire you because we're hiring this Joe Smo, we're hiring this other person that has way more experience than you. I'm like, oh, okay, my life actually doesn't matter apparently to you. Apparently my job doesn't matter or skill. I'm just a number on the spreadsheet. Like the shit like doesn't matter that much, and we were like, even if I get hired from a job, like I'm not going to be paid that much money anyway, so how am I supposed to afford my bills? So we're like thinking of all these solutions that I can possibly get around, but at the end of the day, I just need a good paying job. And there's no good paying jobs out here. Like when people tell me just go find a good paying job, I've been looking for a good paying job, or my parents say like, oh, just get a job or so. Like what happens if we're so far behind we start working two or three jobs? And then like what then? What then? Like what happens then? What happens is we need to get to somewhere where we find some sort of happiness. Like I worked at a couple jobs where I was pretty happy at. I would say that some of these jobs are like things I didn't expect I would get or want to work at, like a taco place, food delivery. But the problem with some of these jobs is that it puts a lot of miles on my car. So if I put a lot of miles on my car, it actually then I have to pay for repairs and inflation and everything's so high and everything's rent's increasing. All these things are happening around me. And I couldn't imagine the people that are growing up nowadays. Like they have so many distractions. They have TikTok, they have Instagram, they have X, they have YouTube, they got Rumble, they got all this stuff going on in the background where it's hard to focus on just a well-paying job and then you have a relationship on top of all this, and you feel financial pressure, and it's like 100,000 things you're trying to manage at once, and it becomes unbearable trying to do so. So even not having a job is unbearable when we have no savings. You know, maybe if we had some savings, it would be a little more easier. Maybe a lot more easier. Like if we had any savings at all. Because I talk to a lot of people and they're living paycheck to paycheck, they have no savings. And you wonder why everyone's pissed off. Everyone's starting to get really pissed off at either the government, their teachers, their college professors, or even their friends for putting them in this bad situation. I mean, I could be pissed off at myself all I want, but what am I going to do about this? What am I going to be doing living in poverty? Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, dude? And the answer is not to work a million hours a week because I'm not working 80 or 100 hours a week to probably solve my situation. Fuck that, dude. And I can't believe that people are general managers of places and they work like 80 hours a week. You're basically selling your soul to the company. And I was telling this lady this the other day that you're selling your soul to this company that doesn't care about you. So being a general manager, let's see on a daily basis, if I got a general manager job, what would I be doing? I would be managing a group of people that I don't really care about managing because they all suck ass. They all suck ass, or they just break all the rules constantly. And I have to write them up. So thinking about that, like, what's the point of all this? What's the point of being general manager if you have to write everyone up constantly, and then you have to deal with like 1,000 different things. You have to schedule. You got to deal with labor, human resources, food costs. You got to deal with all this stuff. And I don't know if I want to take up that responsibility of selling my soul to the company for a profit. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I sell my soul for profit or should I not? At a job. And this society, the structure of the society is kind of messed up. Like rent should not be $1,500 a month. Rent, I'll tell you how much rent should fucking be. Rent should be like $500 a month. We shouldn't be worrying about it as much as we do. But the problem is the government fucks up everything. So the government made a monopoly out of housing and stuff like that. They allowed it to happen. So now people are monopolizing housing and renting and stuff, and they're charging $1,500, $2,000 of rent. And then when I'm getting a job and the job doesn't pay enough and I can barely afford rent and living paycheck to paycheck, who's to blame for this shit? You got to put the blame somewhere. Definitely not me. If I'm working a job, how's it my fault that I can't afford rent? It's like shit. People will tell you stuff, but it's not true. It's not true. It's like I said in the beginning of the video. It's fucking lies. So they're saying fucking lies to you, like you're not good enough, you can't get a job that pays enough to afford rent, and fuck these people, because they don't know anything about what's going on, and the government doesn't know what's anything going on to begin with. So that's the saddest and most dangerous part is we need leadership that knows what's doing, will help us get good jobs, and it should be easy getting a good job. Why is it hard finding a good job right now? Like that's the saddest part about this. It should be easy to get a well-paying job and affordable rent. How the fuck hard is it? Because we already have the infrastructure built up, and then people are saying we don't have enough houses or enough places to rent. Then fix it. Fix the problem, dude. Like, it's either going to keep going on for decades. It's going to be the same thing over and over again. I already know it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And because till someone comes up with a solution that's not the government, because the government will never come up with actual solutions. They just make shit worse by overspending and causing inflation. So, I mean, I may talk shit a lot about the government, and the government may watch this and hate me for it. So I'm just putting it out there of what's actually going on in the world, and whether people like it or not, I don't care. So you can't care that much about what people think. You can just act on what you want to do. You just choose to act. And just to let you guys know, request a Cameo in the description below. It can be a 15-second video or a message back, and I do cameos all day. It's like it's awesome. You should check it out. It's super fun. You can do like you can get me to say anything or message me back on there for a cost. It's great. I have good prices. Link in bio for Cameo. But just to let you guys know, this is the Dunkin' Pumpkin Spice iced coffee. I actually used to get the one with the cold foam. So the cold foam one with the s'mores, that shit was good. Unfortunately, they got away with that. So I have pumpkin and caramel iced coffee right now from Dunkin'. And they have good deals on the app too. I got this with this is not advertisement for Dunkin', just to let you guys know. But this is definitely not advertisement, but I got the sandwich and I got a coffee for like $5 or 60 cents or $4.60. I try not to spend so much money, especially when I don't have a job. It's hard to make decisions, so I need to make conservative decisions. Even if when do have a job, I have to cut back costs and stuff. Because at the end of the day, everyone wants your money. Everyone wants the money that you make. Because you don't think of yourself as a consumer. Think more of it as an investor that has a lot of savings. And how does Warren Buffett have $300 billion in cash? Like, and we have nothing. Like that's it. I'm not saying Warren Buffett deserves disperse that money, but it's just like, how do people have $300 billion and then someone doesn't have $15 and then can't get money? Like that's what I'm getting at. Like, it's so unfair, and the rich people and the poor people, the divide keeps going up. And when I'm applying for jobs, I'm competing with like it's as if I'm in a boxing match with 1,000 people trying to get one job. That doesn't even pay well. So like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Because like, that's the real question. What are we actually doing in life to get to where we're going? Because a lot of this stuff isn't working. So if stuff's not working out, you gotta leave. You gotta leave the shitty relationship, the shitty job. You gotta leave because we only have so much time in life where we gotta really make decisions. Because like right now I'm 26 years old. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have my shit figured out until I'm 30. Just being conservative. Like, it's gonna take fucking lots of time because the economy's moving so slow. I can only do so much at once, but I can build that foundation for the future to really get where I want to go. So that's some stuff that I can actually work on for the future. What do you guys think? And subscribe and share the video. Thanks for watching.